Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but here we are. I am ready to see this through. So, g'day, hello, and grand rising from me here in Australia to you, wherever you're connecting to this message. I am covered in gardening materials, potentially sneezing materials, and so don't mind me. Don't mind me whatsoever. So to see something. Okay. Thank you to the more intuitive me for teaching me something about the screen. Alright, so I will try and figure out a good way to set this up so that I don't have to move it again. I'll keep moving, and today you're going to see me light all the candles. So that will be that. All right, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Divine Mother, thank you for clearing space for today. Thank you for clearing space for the cardinal energy. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to have a whole bunch of new stuff with me to play with, to interact with. I will say namely that I have now a studio monitor, which I think is real cool. And the only difficulty is going to be that I'm never going to know if this has dropped out or not. So I will get rid of that for a moment because it seems that... Oh, but this is brilliant. This is huge. I can actually see around, and I thought that was going to happen. So what I'll do is I will come back onto here. I will click that button there. I will turn this off of the... I'll turn this off of linked mode because that seems to be a pain in my buttocks that I don't need. And I'll leave this here. Now the only thing is I'm not going to know when the battery's going to die. So, all right, I feel like I'm going to start again anyway at the 5-minute mark. Let me finish getting all myself ready. Now the camera has changed its settings again. I promise this will be the last few times that I fidget with it. My apologies again. I don't want that to get hit again, so I'm setting them up like that. Didn't put any jeans on, so I've got tracksuits on. Cardinal energy today. Oh, Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, I call you into the here and now. Divine Mother, thank you for holding space for us to interact with you at our own pace. I ask that the energy of protection surge through this space in the here and now. I ask that everybody who connects with this moment connect meaningfully, honestly, respectfully for one another, and for the space that's opened up here. Archangel Michael. Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Raphael. Archangel Uriel. Archangel Metatron. I thank you for the gifts and the blessings which you bring with you. I ask that you protect this space for the collective message. I ask that the collective that arrive be willing, able to connect with the message at their own pace. This is a general collective message, and so not everything said here will be for you. Take what resonates and leave what does not. I am not your narrator. I'm not your healer. I'm just somebody who is trying to remind you of who you are. And so, in the here and now, I say thank you for being here. G'day, how's it going, Danielle? Perfect. And I lost my pencil. My pen. How do I do this? How do I do it? It's right in front of my face. Never mind me. Okay, so today we begin at 7 minutes. So if anybody asks, they can rewind to 7 minutes. I might as well put a pin. Please rewind to 7 minutes. For context, this reading is for cardinal positions within your chart. Take what resonates and leave what does not, for who it is for. Thank you for being an adult who self-regulates and manages their own life as they will. Welcome in and take a seat at card 9 and 22. I will stop and interact more meaningfully than a hello. All right. So, with that being said, with that being done, I very much appreciate everybody who's come in, who is joining us in the space. I will get to the reading. I'll put my keyboard forward. Fingers crossed I don't bump anything. I'll leave my mouse there. I've got my pen and paper, and then here we go. So 22 cards will be read from here. Cardinals, for those that are not aware, I do have a description available, so please do your best to check that out once you understand what this space is for. It is a collective message, yes, but it is not for just anybody. It is for the cardinals of the star signs. Cardinals are the energy that have action within them. They initiate. They demonstrate leadership. They have vision. They add their vision to the collective experience, actually. And so they're the ones that start off the wheel for us. They're the ones that move things forward, and they're the ones ultimately Whoop. I forgot to change my title, so I don't even know what this is going to do for me, but yeah, anyway. Copy that across. Thank you to my editor. Edit this title. And then hit save. Perfect. I can go into my description from here as well, and I can put 0000 start, enter, 0700 begin reading. Alright, so I've done all of sort of the ad hoc for this. Fingers crossed that translates across to alive. I'm not too sure, doing everything differently. Hello, Hako Hito. How's it going? Hello to North Korea. That's interesting. The internet's working well up there. That's cool. Alright, let's do this. One concurrent viewer, so goodbye to Hako Hito, or goodbye to Danielle. Hello to anybody who's connecting. Alright. This is the first time running through this format with a laptop, a monitor, all of the bits and pieces. I'm so excited. All right, let's get some incense going because I love the smells. I love the smoke. Being a fire sign myself, having a lot of Aries in my chart, even Capricorn and Cancer all around my chart. Here we go. I will be using the Crystal Magic Tarot today. So, where will I put you? 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 In the elephants, over to the side. Alright. Everyone take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm not a normal tarot reader. I don't read cards normally. If you normally go to a tarot reader and they read cards differently, okay, that's cool. I don't necessarily want to hear about it, want to know about it, want to be educated about it. I do things differently, and I'm okay with the way that I do things. So that's why I give the indication that you should take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Obviously, being on the internet, you know as much as I do that this is a public forum, and being a public forum, we should be using our discernment. If you are not somebody who works within the collective and you just jump from video to video and it has to do with spirituality, I hope that you understand what you're doing for yourself, to yourself. It's not the reader's responsibility to activate your discernment for you. You should be adult enough engaging with the content that comes through, making sure that it's in alignment with what's coming through for you. So you're looking for confirmations here. You're not looking for fortune telling or future telling. You should already know where you're going. I'm also not a reader that will tell you about your love life. You should have more of a knowledge about your love life than me. And if you don't, then I think you could take a step towards understanding why. It is your love life after all. So, as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Beautiful. Let's get some messages for the collective. I want that right there. The Kundalini sign can be showing to you. I can have the little Palo Santo to my left. I can put my little owl here. And then that should all be nice and visible. I might be able to put a card there, but who knows? Who knows? Crystals. I've got the smoky quartz in front of the camera at the camera's eye line. I've also got amethyst. Rose quartz. Love rose quartz. It's the energy that we vibrate on at this channel. Alright, let's do this. I feel like I've dawdled. Bottom of the deck energy was the star, so here we go. Whoa, 15 minutes. 59. And the very first card I'm seeing here is the Shaman. So the Shaman in this deck has words underneath it. It says, will. In my weakness, do not forsake me. Do not be afraid of my power. Now, this being a core card, in the regular tarot, major arcana card, this would be the Hierophant, right? So solitude, introspection, guidance, and inner wisdom. So unless you caught the seems to be an awakening sort of energy. You seem to have come to a sense of self. That's the energy that I'm really feeling there. You seem to recognize yourself within the collective more and more. This is giving you an integrated sense of reality, right? This is giving you the ability to see what's coming for you and actually plan for it correctly. This is giving you the ability to know that when the Queen of Pentacles comes out next, when you do have that moment of solitude, when you introspect, when you give yourself the opportunity to receive guidance from Spirit, the Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, whatever it is that you connect to, Ra, Isis, Osiris, however it is, any of the cycles, even Jesus, Mary, Joseph, God in that instance, Yahweh, whatever it is, you can see sort of a path forward. And this seeing of the path forward for you is what's bringing the Queen of Pentacles into the creativity and intellect position. The Queen of Pentacles by herself speaks to comfort, being down to earth, and having material wealth. So the person who this reading is for is somebody who is bringing about their own manifestations in a way that's in alignment with what your soul is calling out to you, what you desire to... It's the Hermit card. Sorry, not the Hierophant. I don't know if I said the Hierophant before or the Hermit. G'day, Jane Vic again. How are you? Good to see you again. And the Mother of Earth, the little annotation at the bottom, or the Queen of Pentacles. Is that a motorcycle? Or is that a really dead car? Yeah, really dead car. Oh well. Ooh. Just want to go through and make sure that there's nothing upright in the deck to put it out, because I feel like these are important. But yeah, just the bottom deck. Okay. So Queen of Pentacles energy as well. You may have connected with an ancestor. You may have connected with your divine feminine aspect. This is a cardinal reading, so this reading is for Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. We did call in action, initiative, leadership, and vision. Holy dooly. Okay. Would that be the first, or is that just the 10th? So this messenger might be for somebody who is a messenger or who's bringing a message out to the world. You're expressing something. Alright, I have the first card from the external 12. I'm just going to keep shuffling through while I sort of describe what I'm looking at. And then fingers crossed I can get 12 cards nice and quickly. The highest good of all who connect with this message. Cardinals, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Messages of action, initiative, leadership, and vision. The spark, the nurture, the harmony, determination. I love it when they come in upside down because I don't even have to look at them. Alright, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more cards. I'm looking for the Libra identifier. Justice. That's impressive. So Sagittarius comes through as the Two of Wands. Not important. Expansion and belief comes through as the Two of Wands. Now I'm looking for the Capricorn card. Thank you, Spirit. Interesting. The Fool. Community and purpose. O'clock on the clock. That's annoying. Subconscious and surrender. I feel like that's supposed to be there. I don't even remember, but anyway, they're face down. Here we go. Give me a last card. If I see one that's upright or it ends on an upright and it doesn't pop, I'll take it. Otherwise, any final messages? Strength. Strength is what we end on. Is that right, Spirit? Ooh, interesting. Could be yes, could be no. It could be. So then the shaman. Yeah. Anyway. Literally. Could be yes, could be no. So I will put it back for the sake of continuity. But then that could just mean that strength is an important message for this reading. I'm not too sure how it fits. Eight of Swords at the bottom. Please take what messages resonate. Don't try and make something fit. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I have playlists that you can access at your own leisure. And yeah, Mother of Air with the Eight of Air again. No, that's not the right card. Let's go. Six of Air. Okay, Hermit coming through at the end. Alright, but that card I don't really need to focus on, concentrate on anything. I can just leave it there as it is. Alright, Cardinals, let's get you a Starseed Oracle message. For the greater good of all, the harm and none. Action, intuition, leadership, and vision. Here we go. Could be breath of the cosmos, could be surrender to the sweetness, could be force don't follow. Connecting with the table though, child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. A wicked! Alright. Let me leave that there for a second while I grab the book. Child of the cosmos. Alright. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. There's a mysterious force that governs all life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. When to come and go. That intelligence is within you, too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in the mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it, because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will. It's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us, so we often become disconnected from this pulse of our life and fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate, or feeling that we need to go to it alone. We can feel isolated and as if we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells. To remember that you are a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities that there ever were or are or will be. And to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you will too. How can you surrender more deeply to the intelligent flow of life? Hello, Natasha. Hello, the Doan. I've run out of water. That's crappy for me. You don't need to know. Oh, I just needed to stand up for a second. Don't mind me, I'm making a coffee. Do you want a coffee? What are you drinking? What's in your cup tonight? I'm putting 1 teaspoon of cafe into my coffee. I'm putting 2 spoons of sugar to help the medicine go down. The medicine go down. The medicine go down in the most delightful way. Mary Poppins may be an energy that's important for you. You may be feeling like you've done what you can and it's time to move on. You may have the energy of you've done what you wanted, even because this is a cardinal message. So you've fulfilled a dream, you've fulfilled a dream, an ambition, a desire. Maybe you have actually brought diplomacy to a situation with the Libra energy coming through there. Maybe you've genuinely been able to spark something new for yourself if you've been in somewhat of a slump energy-wise. As I'm spinning my coffee round and round the cancers, maybe you've been able to actually nurture something back into health, back to life. I'm getting sort of inner child, inner healing work done, self-love, self-compassion, self-interest, being aware of who you are. Ooh, let's have some sods. Being aware of who you are, what you bring to the collective, how you've been showing up, knowing how you want to show up, knowing what you want to do, knowing how you want to feel from a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. And so I feel like the people that I'm talking to, even, sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out, Aries. Oh no, I did say Aries. I left out the Capricorns. Sorry, don't mean to leave out the Capricorns, but yeah, you guys as well might be bringing some kind of determination or practicality to the situation that we might not have seen before. Maybe you are actually leading the way in your career, in your worlds, personal worlds. I'm not sure how that will resonate for everybody, but yeah. Oh, that is sweet. Ugh. You're sweet like fizzy sugar. You're sweet like sugar. Slate. Yeah, damn straight. Slate. All right, let's see. I'm going to go back to the beginning because I feel like I've drifted outside of this for a while, but here we go. The very beginning of the reading, we had the Hermit. So the core energy for this reading is the Hermit energy. It comes out or presents itself as solitude, introspection, guidance, inner wisdom. So I do feel like I'm talking to the people who have started shadow work, who are moving in a direction of healing themselves, healing their collectives. That could look like your family, your direct family, could look like your family line, healing generational wounds, curses, things like this. Giving yourself the ability to heal, process any kind of karma that you're experiencing in your here and now in order to move forward, move yourself forward, keeping yourself in alignment with your plans, your purposes, your intentions, and also making sure that you're connecting the past to the present, also connecting the past to the future, knowing that if you're planning and doing things in the future energy and you're really paying attention, hooly dooly, and you are expressing yourself in the way that you desire, you're expressing yourself in a way that's meaningful, you're not holding any judgment for yourself. Actually, judgment can be a foundation that you stand on now. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricornians. Love the work that you're doing. In your second position within the internal 9 of this reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I have here the Queen of Pentacles. I think I've already gone through this, but I'm going through it again. The Queen of Pentacles speaks to someone who is comfortable, down to earth, and has material wealth about them. This is definitely you. If this message is for you, whoever's connecting with this message, this is not an external 12, so this is something that you should resonate with. You're somebody who has potentially actually come to the balancing act of emotional development, spiritual development, and physical development, right? So you're somebody who is no longer wearing the training wheels. Within the Queen of Pentacles energy, I do get the energy of a fixed sign, so Taurus would be the one coming through with that, but maybe this is a sign from the Capricorns. Maybe they have stabilized something. It's really important that you take what resonates. But the energy coming through maybe is coming through from the Capricorns. They've been super creative. They've been using all of their intellect, all of their knowledge, all of their past life experiences. Maybe even the feminine sides, the divine feminine aspect of the wheel of reality. I'm not sure, but the practicality coming through, I don't know. Everything seems like there's a plan, there's a purpose, there's a reason for everything. That's the energy that comes through with that card. And so I'll move on to the next card as my ear starts ringing, as I feel like I get the, yep, that's it. I've got the Sun of Air. So this card here in the normal tarot would be the Knight of Air. This energy here is daring, ambitious, single-minded. So this may be you, and this may be the energy that you're bringing through Libra. So you've been harmonizing, diplomatic, or maybe even charming your workplace, charming yourself to study and gain some wisdom, gain some insights into your future. I'm not sure. This is more about the knowledge though. So the way that you've been moving is quite quickly, quite mutable even. The energy here I feel is, what is the mutable energy of the airs if the Cardinals are Libra? That would be Gemini energy coming through here. So maybe actually, because this is very closely connected to the communication and learning position, maybe Libras, you have learned something new and you're ready to communicate it to the collective. Maybe you've been doing some shadow work. I don't know what it is for you, how it is for you, but the way that it's showing up, air signs, it feels as though you've been able to bring some kind of balance. You've been able to bring some kind of, just having a look at the opposing energy. It's like you've brought some kind of idea to your collective. You've moved in a new way. You've shifted your thinking. You've shifted your perspective. You've aligned yourself with something that's uniquely personal to you. And this is giving you the shifting point for you to move forward. Sherry, g'day. JP, g'day. Natasha, I think I said g'day, Jane. And Don, hey, how are you? It feels like you're determined to achieve something within your career. It feels like you're determined to see something through. It feels as though Libra is, I don't know, it's the Michael Jackson energy again, but that always comes through. You said you want to be starting something, you want to be starting something, and I just saw the Page of Wands in the good tarot. I just do a random lift up. 10 of Wands. Okay, that's enough. In the love possessions position, I've got the Hierophant. Literally in this, it's described as the Pope, so it could be speaking to somebody getting married. I'm not sure. It's just specific to this deck itself. But yeah, the Hierophant here expresses belief, I am sinless, and the root of all sin derives from me. So in your love and possessions position, this feels a little bit apt. It feels a little bit accurate too. I feel like if you are having a moment where you're gaining spiritual wisdom, especially if you aligned yourself with that Son of Air, that sort of mutable energy that comes through there, or even applied yourself the way that a Libra would, just really offering yourself what you're looking for, chasing what you're desiring, and really fulfilling your own desires, because you know nobody else will do it, right? You're leading yourself in a certain way, and that might be leading the people around you to follow. Might be prompting them to follow, but also you may be someone who's acting within tradition or outside of tradition. I speak to the duality that I see within the checkered box that you're standing on and also the white box. There's unlimited potential, but then there's also this structure and rigidity that you could be standing on, and you could move forward with that and keep the creative foot back, but eventually that creative foot's going to need to take a step forward. And if you have too much structure, if you have too much rigidity, you're not going to be able to express your love or even gain the possessions that you're looking for, because you're going to be trapped in an idea, or maybe even like a mindset or some kind of past way of thinking. It's you being the sheep or the leader, the sheep or the shepherd, and you deciding for yourself, I'm going to take this up for myself, I'm going to take this up for my family, I'm going to walk the walk, I'm going to talk the talk, and I'm going to do the thing that I want to do. Brother, did I lose them? I don't know what that means, Duncan. Oh no, what is happening? Stop. Oh, it doesn't work as a timestamp. Anyway. I wish that worked. Anyway. Figuring out all YouTube stuff at my own pace, kind of slowly, quickly. Anyway. Once we get to the Pope energy and your love and expression, this is where I see that I got the 10 of Wands at the split as well. For the people who are in the energy of willpower and emotion, for the people that are actually overly burdened, for the people that can't come to their own senses, for the people that are carrying the burdens of others, I want to give you a message from here, from my heart, from this space, from spirit. Release these burdens, release the exhaustion, and please keep going. Find balance within your own experience, find freedom within your own experience, and let go of what doesn't serve you. These messages are general, collective in nature, and they are literally for anybody who connects with them. Don't go around the twist, and make sure that you've got the right kind of support and appropriate support inside of your life so that you can get to where you're going. I am somebody who is appearing here on YouTube trying to give the best guidance to people who are in the right headspace on their own spiritual journey, know a couple of terms in what I'm talking about and aren't going to get confused. I want to speak to adults. I want to speak to people who know what I'm talking about. I don't really want to babysit or spiritually guide anybody to the conclusion that they're looking for necessarily. In this collective public space, this is a public YouTube forum as well, so I will give you the opportunity to use your own discretion of how you want to be seen and perceived within the collective field. Like, I do know that I'm going to be leaving these videos up for 12 years and that this live conversation will be there available for people to see for the 12 years. So I really do intend at the very beginning of the messages for people to be aware of the space that they're entering into. I'm an 8-month-old channel, and so I'm doing what I can do to make sure that I'm following my mission. After a year of recording on lives, and we'll be chopping and editing videos and making different cuts and edits so that I can get more attention on the stuff that started my channel. But yeah, over the years my channel will change and progress, and so really do your best as a participant on the YouTube channel. Use your discretion to assess and analyze all of the bits and pieces of information that are on offer for you that you can access, because ultimately you're going to keep yourself safe as a user of a public forum, a public application that is also governed by US state guidelines and national guidelines. So mind you, this is very much a public forum. So I sort of understand why people are able to screenshot video, remix, all these kinds of things, because it is a public forum. So you should be doing your best to make sure that you are taking what resonates, leaving what doesn't, using your discernment, because I'm no babysitter. And if you want me to be your babysitter, you're going to need to pay me about $1,000 an hour for me to do that. And that's probably only going to be through a webcam. And you better not disobey me, because all I'll do is disconnect. Capiche? Okay, capiche. I'm going to go back to this part, willpower and emotions. If you release the burdens of others and you allow yourself to move in the direction that you feel to move in, you're literally going to have freedom. You're literally going to open up your own options, and you're going to be in charge of yourself. So internally, the Libra position here, I'm getting the 8 of water. So with the 8 of water, it talks to movement. It talks to movement in regards to emotions, being let go. This card here I will add, and I forgot to add before, for all of the other ones, so it doesn't matter. 10 of Wands was the first. This card here is giving Sagittarius energy with the 10 of Wands. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but mutable energy on the inside. If you've got Sagittarius in your chart, just know that we are the masters of building bridges, but because we are the masters of building bridges, we also can burn them as necessary. We know what we're here to do. We know what we want to interact with. We know what we want to bolster. We know what's not relevant for the collective experience long term. And so we're just participating meaningfully, right? It doesn't need to be Sagittarius. It could just be further exalting the Aries part of this reading, right? And so I think in the here and now, I will put Aries sort of like here, because this is like, Aries is sort of showing up in a good way. Moving back to the 8 of Cups, it's the moving away energy. G'day, Fern. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. With the 8 of Cups energy, it's you actually letting go of emotions that might be holding you in place is what I'm getting from this card. It's you traveling through your dark night of the soul, realizing that you need to balance the energies inside yourself as a steward of your own existence. You are somebody who is on a journey. You've been leading yourself. You've been walking yourself in the direction that you want to go in, and you know for yourself that you're going to get there eventually. You may be somebody who has spent a lot of time recently alone, but it doesn't have to be. You may have also been on the opposite side of that spectrum, where you may have spent a lot of time in collective experience, right? It's a collective message, right? So bits and pieces are going to be for bits and pieces, right? You've got to do your little bit and piece and take it to your spiritual closet and make sure that you understand what is going on. Because ultimately, the world is not happening to you. If anything, the world is happening for you. The God-created consciousness that exists inside of your mind, inside the connection point that you make with your God, with your creator, your source, where you come from. That's when you realize how much power you've got inside of you. That's when you realize you're not going to externalize any power to anybody else. That's when you give yourself full permission to just exist inside of the collective. Perfect, Sherry. Brilliant. You give yourself the experience of actually going forward and presenting as a king. Is this a king? It's a daughter of... Wow, okay. I thought this was a king card because it was underneath the Capricorn positioning. So Capricorns, you may be leading the way quite passionately at the moment. You may actually be the messengers of the time. I will say, where are we now? We're in Scorpio season, really, a Future season. A Future season ends on the 23rd, and so... Well, I don't want to give away too much, but anyway, yeah. We're in this gateway period. I don't know if you felt the energy from the 31st, then the 1st, and then the energy since then, but that portal that we walked through, that gateway that we walked through, and even the 10 days at the end of the year that will be the dark days, the days where the sun dances alone. Yeah. Capricorns might be teaching us something old. That was a really weird download, Spirit, but that is for somebody. That is for somebody. in particular. So the way that you're expressing, you may actually building a new pathway for yourself in terms of career. You may be actually working towards building up your reputation. I'm not sure what's going on, but internally, the way that it feels is you've had this 10 of Wands energy on the inside, and you've given yourself the opportunity to break out, break through, and plant seeds in the direction that you want to go in. Plant seeds in the direction that you're wanting to flourish in, wanting to grow in. Because if you have 10 wands on one hand and then you've got this literally like a Queen of Pentacles energy on your other hand, you've got a lot going on. You've got a lot of assertive energy coming through, maybe the Aries energy coming through, but then you've also got that Capricorn sturdiness. So when it does present as the Daughter of Fire or the Page of Wands, this will spark for you curiosity, creativity, and enthusiasm. And then once you have that going, you should just go in the direction that you feel called to go in, because ultimately you become the limiter, you become the capacitor, you become what is the limitation for you to continue experiencing what you want to experience or stop. Whew! Goodness gracious! So I'll say that Capricorns are coming through here quite nicely. They're really expressing themselves at this time. And then to look at the Cancer energy within the reading. So internally you've arrived at the foundation, at this part of the wheel. This is the 8th card here. And so when we arrive at Judgment on the inside, it means you're about to receive a renewal, an awakening. Maybe you already had it, that's why you're here and now. But you're making better choices for yourself. You've realized that if you look after yourself, the universe looks after the rest. And so you're moving forward. You're not afraid of change anymore. Literally, you're moving forward is the energy that comes through. You're starting to reflect the universal source consciousness. You're starting to actually give more and more opportunity to your reality so that it can bring forward what is for you and it can leave behind what's not. Genuinely, it feels like you're connecting with your reality in a way that is meaningful to you. You give yourself every opportunity to slow down, take a breath, take an analysis, take the temperature of the collective, and then make a choice how you want to participate. I love the birds, sorry. It's just my ADHD attention drifting off to the birdies. All right, anyway. So you're grounding into this foundation of judgment. Like, you're actually pretty comfortable within yourself. You've got this energy of the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords behind you. So you definitely see where you're going and you see what you want to do and you see what you want to achieve. Maybe you've captivated yourself. You've given yourself the biggest opportunity to grow and develop into who you are, who you want to be, what you want to be. I don't need to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I have to do is think of me and I'll be so fine. Yeah, I'm tired of looking around wondering what I gotta do. Or who I'm supposed to be. I don't need to be anything other than free. Hey, Free to Be Me. I think that's a book. I think it's like some kind of Christian philosophical book. It's the whole idea of being in your garden and tending to your garden and not letting the birds plant seeds that you don't want in your garden. And because you're in your garden so often, you literally just pull the seeds, the roots that are growing that you didn't plant yourself. Anyway, to move on to the Aries position on the wheel, I'm getting Aries that you've got the Ace of Swords. So there seems to be some kind of truth coming through for you. The message on the card is Notus, Greek god of the south wind. It's interesting because we've got some storms happening here in Victoria, but the Ace of Swords talks to clarity, new ideas, communication. So whatever it is that you're doing, Aries, however it is that you are communicating, I definitely feel that your energy came through as a general sort of vibe that came through, and maybe you guys are at the stage where you're ready to express yourself clearly, concisely. Maybe you're leaning into Sagittarius energy, I don't know, but you're moving forward. You're giving yourself the opportunity to become whatever it is that you're becoming. You're giving yourself the opportunity to experience everything that you desire to experience, and you know now why. You know now that if you experience the things that you want to, you're not going to hold on to anything anymore. You're going to give yourself the ability to just move from thing to thing to thing to thing. And that movement is actually going to release you from anything that's been holding you back. From thing to thing to thing. And so once I experience that card there and I put that card down, I literally feel reset. So we're at the 9 card point. So this is the great point for you to the 9 card point happens at 51:28. And so at this point, I will take the opportunity to say, hello, g'day, hello, grand rising, people of the collective. I really appreciate that you've come through to hang out. I am going to put this down just like this to give you a look at what I'm looking at. But yeah. Where do you perceive limitations inside your experience? I feel like this reading has a very strong power to tap back into your ancestral connections, try and get a good sense of where you're going, why you're going there, and remember why you started the mission in the first place, maybe remembering why you came to this planet. I will admit that you might find some answers inside of your star chart, your personal chart. So if you have an idea of when you were born, what am I talking about here? This flower is beautiful. I'm going to take it with me. I'm bringing you a flower, collective. Remember where you came from, remember where you're going, remember why you started this journey. Give yourself grace, give yourself permission to experience everything that you want. Because ultimately, you may never return, you may never reincarnate with your same set of experiences. So being willing to let go of the past and not hold on to it so that you can continue to move forward is a pretty important part of the collective experience. It's so that you can participate meaningfully within the collective and you don't bring your burdens to the collective experience. I don't know how to describe this any more clearly, but I feel that people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. You coming to the collective light-hearted, as if ready to be balanced out by Ma'at herself. It's like you coming to the collective experience like that gives everybody the opportunity to witness and see for themselves whatever is for them to witness and see. You've got to stop and smell the roses, literally. You've got to give yourself the opportunity to see inside life, see all of its complexities, see how sometimes we could be tempered by fiery emotion, but ultimately it's a divine experience that unfolds naturally. It unfolds at its own pace, and yeah, inside it might look a little bit tight. It might look like things might not ever unfold, but when nature takes its course, when nature literally begins to just spin around, time goes by, everything starts to move more fluidly. That's when your life really just opens up in a beautiful way. So please use those first 9 cards to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I don't anticipate that these messages are going to resonate with everybody, every single card. That is the nature of a general collective message though. So I do appreciate everybody that comes through, checks out what's going on in this room here and now. And yeah. What do I want to do here? Oh no! What the frick? I want you to take over control. I want you to take over control. Plug it in and turn me on. Baby, baby, can't you see that you're taking over me? But it's up to you now. But it's up to you now. Is that Tiesto? I have not gone to anything Tiesto in so long. So long. Goodbye. Advida say adieu. Adieu. Adieu to you and you and you. Copy this. Paste there. I said a hair. Huh. The hair. The hair. That is the Zodiac readings that I've got available. Oh no, I did it wrong. That's not even the Zodiac reading. That is just the last reading that I did. This here is the Zodiac, the weekly reading. I've put in timestamps. I have put in where the reading actually begins. And so with this second one that I'm linking, if this message here and now today doesn't resonate with you, please know that I've got a bunch of other stuff on offer on this channel that you can access at your own will, at your own pleasure, at your own leisure. And yeah, making sure that everything that you're sitting, absorbing, taking on board is for you and nothing is gonna send you off your own course, right? When you try your best, but you don't succeed. When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you just can't sleep. Stuck in reverse. Lights will guide you home and ignite your love, and I will try to fix you. Do 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 do. Tears stream down your face, and tears stream down your face, and lights will... Oh my gosh, I'm in a loop. Hey yo, I got it writing in the same song. Okay, I just wanted to touch on this because I feel like that's what Spirit told me to do. Alright, in the here and now, I will say in the reflection part, I didn't say this part before, it didn't feel right to say it, but now I can say it. It feels like you're moving away from things that are painful. Weighing you down, keeping you stuck. It also feels like you're cutting off connections that are too emotionally draining. You're literally engaging with your reality in a way that gives you more meaning. It means that you're able to spend more time focused on the things that actually bring you joy. That's the energy that I'm feeling. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, thank you for what you're doing in the collective. Those 9 cards again were the 9 cards that you should use to check if you're resonating with this message. Please don't be stressed. I've literally just linked inside the video 2 playlists. Disregard the first one. That is just a actual video, so I might as well delete that. And yeah, I'm going to continue with the reading now, so I will catch you all at the 20-second card point. And yeah, thanks for chilling out, thanks for hanging out, and thanks for bearing with my own funny intuitions, my own versions of intermissions. But yeah, anyway, let's go. Aries, to begin this wheel. Aries. Well, I am rolling back a lot. That must mean that it's tilting that way. Anyway, that's so annoying. Aries, the very first card that's got what the okay, King of Wands coming out in this position. This is telling me that Aries, you guys are actually embodying yourselves at the moment. So King of Wands, the way that I read it, is somebody who genuinely shows up like an Aries. So they are the spark, they're the initiator, they're bold. The cardinal energy that I sense inside of the Kings is somebody who has the ability, or you're going to meet somebody who has the ability to earn the money they want, have the free time they want, go on the holidays they want, they make time for their family, they make time for their dreams. They're actually pouring into their experience in a way that's quite in alignment with their expressions on the inside. So with the daughter, so from the page to the queen, to the King of Wands, you, Aries, are leading the way. The energy that you're moving towards, or the way that you're just embodying yourself, really. The energy you came from, Aries, or potentially if you're following around for the round wheel, subconscious and surrender, this is the beacon. 3 of fire, this is your past energy. So past energy, Aries, is growth, creativity, self-expression. No wonder you became the king of fire in your current self. Your future energy talks to the Wheel of Fortune, Aries. That's friggin' awesome. So Wheel of Fortune talks to good luck, change, destiny, life cycles, and karma. You're either closing out life cycles by following your own dreams, following your own ambitions, making sure that everything that you're doing is in alignment with your desires. I think you understand now, Aries, that when you start or move towards the things that actually bring you joy, the places that don't have to take away from your fire, the places that you can actually bring in your own version of stability, you can bring in your own version of communitas. You literally bring fire to the community. You sit at the campfire and you tend to it. You're like the fire keeper. That's very interesting energy. Aries, you're on the move. You're leading us towards something new. I think that with the breath and the Son of Air, you're leading us towards something that you're planning, you're dreaming, you're envisioning. And so whatever this is, however this is resonating for you, Aries, if this is resonating for you, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm going to continue. So in the self-identity and becoming, we've got the King of Wands. In the 2 o'clock, values and resources, Aries bringing to the table the Wheel of Fortune energy. They're bringing about good luck. They're bringing about a change in path, a change in direction. And it seems to be bringing good results. Okay, at the 3 o'clock position, or the communication and learning, I've got the 7 of water. This part here feels like you're moving towards choosing something. Maybe Aries energy, this card here is also the beginning of Cancer energy. So Cancer energy, you got, what is going on? We've got the King of Air here. I got 2 kings so far. In the cardinal positions. Like, awesome. Is there any more running around in the... No. 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 Oh, hooly dooly. Okay. So, King of Swords now inside of the Cancer position. So 4 o'clock on the clock, home, roots, emotional foundation. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, I got dry lips. I don't really know how to use lip gloss, but this stuff has peppermint in it. And it was recommended to me by a nurse, so I'll show you what it is. It just has peppermint in it. It's very yummy. What is going on? And I said, hey, yeah. My internet just dropped on the laptop. I don't even know if I'm still live. What's going on? And I say... What? Chris Topaz Tarot 22 live stream. What is going on? What is happening? I just got the weirdest weebie-jeebies. Anyway, clearing space real quick. That stuff, really good for your lips. Anyway, I don't even know if all that came through. Cancers. You guys seem to be operating in very Libra energy, so you might be bringing about some kind of, I don't know, harmony to your situation, but you're bringing about harmony to the Cancer position here. So Cancers, you guys might be working with Libras. I'm not sure how it works, but you're working through choices. You're working through maybe fantasies, working something out. So however this is going to resonate with you, just make sure that you check with your spirit team. Make sure that you're checking. It could be a fantasy. The options need to be real for you to choose them, right? So as long as you're coming to the right choice by you actually following your gut, following your mind, that's how you're going to get to moving forward into this Libra sort of energy. Libra energy, I say, because the kings represent the cardinals, and the cardinal for the Libra is, like cardinal for the air is Libra. King of air, king of swords, father of air. This could be as well, and I didn't describe this with the king of air from before, but this could be a third party. This could be energy that you meet. This could be you, Cancers, meeting up with a Libra and connecting with them. For what purpose? It seems to me that you're going to be working together. It could be a creative endeavor. It could be something that's based on both of your ideals, based on something that you both enjoy. It's something that you both have no stress in expressing. You're quite communicative about it as well with the Knight of Swords here. Whatever it is, the way that you're going to be moving into your future, Cancers, is with this Five of Wands energy, right? Five of Wands energy talks to conflict, ambition, competition, but in here it really talks to me about flexibility. You being able to flex without breaking, you being able to go through your experience, the experience that you're looking for, and achieving everything that you want, getting everything that you want, everything that you desire, so that then you can move on, so that you don't get stuck looking back in the past, so that you, Cancer, can actually leave the depths and come to the surface and get some air, right? I don't know. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you've been nurturing something, if you've actually been sensitive to what's going on in not just your field, but in other people's field, especially if you've been really protective over what you've been bringing out into the world, wherever the Cancer part fits into your chart. If it doesn't, this reading is general for all of the cardinal signs. So yeah. The regular repeating is sort of like just in case the new people are coming through, but yeah, I've got to get better at just sort of walking through it, but yeah. And so next up on the Libra part of the wheel, the very first card that comes through is the Knight of Wands. Now this reading so far has been very wandy. Very, very wandy indeed. Now we even have a knight. So we had the messenger on the inside, we had the page inside, we had the king on the outside, and now we've got another knight, just before we get to the Libra part too. So this could be in a third person, this could be someone coming through, they could have Leo in their chart, no, they could have Sagittarius in their chart, not sure. They may be someone who's helping you deal with emotional sort of baggage. They may be somebody that you have emotional baggage with the Eight of Water there, Eight of Cups there, but also maybe somebody who's helping you realize, remember who you are, remember your past, remember your present, remember grounding you. Is that right? Grounding you? Or you're grounding you? Because the Sun of Fire doesn't feel like competition. Especially coming off of the Five of Wands. All right. Present energy, Libra. Wow, cool. So present energy for Libra is justice. This is your identifying card. This energy talks to fairness, finding balance, decision, or legal matters. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You can actually see Ma'at's scales here with the feather on one side and the canopic jar on the other side. You can imagine that that canopic jar would hold a heart. And so yeah, Libras, you guys are bringing about your own elemental signifier. I kind of get the feeling that because of the Sun of Fire being in your past, because of the Knight of Wands being in your past, it feels as though it's like you remember where you've come from, or you remember where you're going. And so your future card, Libra, is the Empress. Feminine power, creativity, fertility, expression, pleasure. Libras, you may be getting a new romantic type of thing. You may be walking away from one relationship and walking towards another, your dream one. Just be careful what you're walking towards. Make sure that person is emotionally balanced. Like, I don't know why I felt to say that, but I mean, this Empress is riding around with her tits out. So use your discernment. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And yeah, with the Ten of Wands feeding in that, it's like, make sure that you're aware of the stuff they're carrying. I don't know. Make sure they're not combative, anything like that. But it's going to be fun, even if just in the physical sense. It's going to be a lot of fun. I get a lot of Scorpio energy coming out with the Empress. I don't know why. Very intense, like secret energy. I freaking love fruit jingles. I'm such a sugar addict. All right. Moving on to the Capricorn part of the outside. I told you, Capricorn from before, whatever you're doing, it's giving you a lot of joy. It's giving you a lot of excitement. It's bolstering your passion. You're very inspired. You're moving towards making a choice, Capricorn. Or you made a choice in your past. You may have set goals. You may have actually taken some steps towards whatever it is that you're manifesting, Capricorn. And it feels like you're going to do it. This is your present energy, Capricorn. The Magician. The Magician has Mercury energy, so this could be Gemini, Virgo. I do love myself a good retrograde. I know that that's not something that everybody enjoys, but I do myself enjoy a good retrograde. Capricorns, I don't know how it's affected you, but I do feel that by you using your passion, you never stepped a foot wrong. You never stepped a foot out of alignment. You literally gave yourself an amazing chance, an amazing opportunity to seed, to develop, to grow, anything that you wanted to see, develop and grow inside of your experience. You giving yourself the chance to slowly move or quickly move towards the things that were beginning inspiring. Oh, this is heavy energy for the last card for you, Capricorn, but ultimately, I'm getting the sense that this Ten of Swords, so this is a bit of a heavier. I don't know if this is coming towards you in the 3D, in the Earth scale, on this planetary scale, but Ten of Swords talks to pain, sadness, being stabbed in the back. So Capricorns, just fair warning, there may be some pain in your future, but I feel like the people that connect with these messages, the people that connect with the messages that come through here, you are people who are able to perceive what is happening for you, what is happening to you. You're sovereign. You don't, I don't know. It's a completion as well with this 10. So whatever manifestation you're bringing out, thank you, Spirit. Whatever manifestation you're working on, whatever you're bringing out into your reality, into your collective reality, I feel like I'm here to say congratulations, it's on the way. Just keep doing what you're doing and be patient. It will literally arrive in the timing that you perceived. Don't stress, don't worry, don't have pain, but yeah, ultimately move in the direction that you want to. You've done a lot of work in order to get there. Fire and earth may feel like a bit of a volcano type of effect, why those 10 swords might feel painful, but ultimately you're an alchemist, so you can transmute the power the way that you want to. You're an artist, you can use that as a creative outlet, right? Pain is an amazing source, and when you learn to manage it and when you learn to actually use it for the greater good of all and not just to garner sort of clout and like attention for the wrong reasons, you allow yourself to experience the fullness of this shared collective experience. And so the 22nd card on this reading is the Six of Swords. Now when the Six of Swords comes out at the top, aside from it meaning change, support and movement, I definitely feel like the people that this message is for exactly will know exactly what it's for. There are people who have been walking towards themselves and walking away from the world. They've been more interested in finding out what grounds them, what elevates them, what puts fear in them, what experiences are still left to be desired. You ultimately became aware of the way that the world was interacting with you, what the world was trying to impress upon you, project onto you, and you decided to turn those wands into combustion. You literally threw it into your fire and you allowed it to combust, you allowed it to explode. And so this angelic and demon sort of fighting over the top of you, prostrated on the floor, finally finding balance with the yin yang symbol there. It's whatever you did to balance out your emotions, whatever you did to express yourself correctly. You didn't come in negative energy, you didn't need to cut anybody's head off, you didn't need to do anything that was untoward. You literally gave yourself the chance and opportunity to let it go, can't hold it back anymore. And that's what balanced out. That's why you actually gave yourself this experience, this combined Libra towards Capricorn experience. You had to really allow fertility to come to you. You had to allow that feminine Empress 13, maybe, if it's relevant to you. You had to allow that whole end to happen. You had to allow the end to occur. Otherwise, the beginning couldn't. You couldn't look out into the world and choose again. You couldn't make new goals. Because you were in this between. You were in between something being a thought and something being an actual action that you take action towards. Until you were ready to experience what you've been putting down, like, are you picking up what I'm putting down? I don't know. But this Queen of Pentacles energy, again, I'll remind you, comfort, down to earth, material wealth. Not sure how that'll resonate with everybody, but between the Capricorn and Aries junction, the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords, that looks like you do actually transmute pain into power. Because when I witness these two cards, it's like the 10 of Swords comes first, so you've got all of that pain, you got all of that anguish, you've got all of the pain of being stabbed in the back, maybe, potentially. But then the 3 of Wands comes up next. You grow, you become more creative, you become more expressive of yourself, and it's just more your whole reality is just more in alignment with what's going on inside of you. Now, to finalize, communicating what you needed to communicate with your reality, coming from that shamanic place, moving towards changing what you needed to change, the ideals, the beliefs, the principles that you used to stand on, hold on to. as a crutch, maybe as a way of culture locking yourself into the system. I don't know. But when you are ultimately willing to move in a more daring way, be more ambitious, have a single mind about the things that you want to do, the things that you want to achieve, this is where you literally open up your own Wheel of Fortune experience. You give yourself the ability to manage your own luck. You change your life, literally. You are in charge of your destiny. Your life cycles from this to that, and you just close out what you need to close out. You're in charge of your own karma now. With that 10 of Major Arcana, it's the Wheel of Fortune. But then you transition Aries into Cancer energy, and this is the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups talks to you maybe being in a place of delusion, being in a place of temptation, being in a place where you needed to weigh out your options. But I feel that you did that really well. You saw what you needed to see, you took what you needed to take, and you really acted in the best interest of yourself and your collective and everybody who's connected to your energy. And so, final quadrant here on the inside, you coming from that energy of the Hermit. Maybe this is an end of year wrap up message. Maybe this is like a happy new year kind of message. Whatever it is, you learned something, you integrated something, you accepted the wisdom that the universe was offering you. You took the leadership role that Source was opening up for you with your intuition. You guided yourself towards the right institutions, the right teachers, the right community, so that you could continue to grow, you could continue to express yourself as you desired, but also learning different traditions so that you could continue to integrate them for your own experience. I'm speaking almost on the energy of polytheism, and that's interesting because a lot of Egyptian deities have appeared within this reading, I would say. And so moving into like the Cancer to Libra energy, that energy transitions here through the Five of Wands into the page of Sun of Fire, page Knight of Fire. Two knights. And tonight is the night where two become one. I need some love and I never needed love before. I'm gonna make love to you, baby. I had a little love, but it's now forgone. I'm gonna make love to you, baby. Set your spirit free. It's the only way to be. Damn, it looks like there's gonna be some gymnastics in the bedroom. This is like the water meets air, so I don't know. When you finally balance out your emotions, when you finally balance out your thoughts, depending on who this person is, if it is a third party, otherwise you're just going to go do some fun yoga, right? Maybe you're going to do some tantric yoga. I don't know what you're doing here, but the transition is none of my business. Woo! Whatever you're doing, you've found some kind of connection to spirituality. Thank you, Spirit, for taking me away from that. But you may have just connected with your own spirituality. This is the other way that water sort of expresses itself. It is very sensual. Water is very connected. It touches, it connects, it like holds on to it. It holds on to life inside of it. It can regenerate life inside of dirt. I saw this cool cephalopod rebirthing just from being put inside water. And I think that is so freaking cool. I want to go find a ditch of dirt that hasn't been rained on or collected water for a while, and I want to grow my own little cephalopod thingies. That's so cool. But they only live in temporary waters or something like this. So it's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. All right. Okay, all right. Can I get another deck and check if the energy is good? Do I need to continue with anything? Is anything unclear? Double checking, double checking, double checking. Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands. Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands sits inside of the willpower and emotion. The Wheel of Fortune sits in the communication and learning. You are learning how to use your own intuition. You're learning how to sit inside of collective and really take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You're moving in a way that looks like success just chases you. Success follows you. Success might actually have a full-on attraction to you because of the way that you're expressing your magnetism in the here and now, the way that you're choosing to express yourself. There's no competition. Who are you in competition with? Who are you competing against? There's no way to compete against you. Not really. You're just somebody who's in charge of your own experience, and you're moving that way. You're moving that way because you deserve to. I want to say, just finally, you've given yourself the Aries, I'll say again, King of Wands with the Ace of Swords. You've given us the truth here throughout this reading. You've shown us where to plant seeds. You've shown us where to move on from things that are no longer serving us. And you've really given the other cardinals, a good place to start. You started from the top of the court of fire, and so if you're meeting somebody who's quite passionate, quite enthusiastic, quite energetic, then take what you can from them, leave what doesn't. Obviously, there's somebody who's on the journey that's human, just like you, just like me, and they can get things wrong. They may be standing on the truth, but it may have taken them a lot. This stepping on the thorn kind of gives me that. They may have gone through a lot to get there, so give them the opportunity to express themselves, explain themselves, and really make sure that you're really sitting with people who you resonate with. Like, imagine sitting around somebody that you didn't like. Literally. King of Cups comes out next. We didn't have any King of Cups. We didn't have Nine of Wands. We had the King of Wands, though. Eight of Cups also came out. And then Strength did not. Justice did. Ooh. And the Queen of Pentacles, which also came out. Okay. So Aries, I was on your part anyway. Be bold, be quick, be generous, be passionate, be strong, be paternalistic if you have to. I mean, that sort of time and era is gone. You can be who you want to be. Man, woman, child, man, woman, non-binary, doesn't matter. On the inside, you learnt the lesson of your own capability. You actually got the lesson that you needed to on the inside, and that's why justice is maybe coming back out here. Make sure that if you're resonating with this message, you're literally seeing how far you've come, in order to balance the energies inside of you. Your own internal fire will be something that you can use to guide yourself forward, lead yourself forward, or even you can use your truth. You can use the justice that you embody on a day-to-day, night-to-night, month-to-month, and that will bring you the clarity that you're looking for. We came to that justice cards by coming through the Eight of Cups. Whatever it is that you need to walk away from, whatever stage is ending, wherever you felt abandoned, double check if you have Pisces inside your chart. If you have any wounding there, just do your best to try and heal it. But ultimately, you have a lifetime to do it. Just the rest of your life gets better the sooner you're willing to do shadow work. So more power to all the people who are doing it. And finally, another message that you learned on the inside was the Queen of Pentacles energy. This energy here really speaks to me that you've come down to earth, you've got 2 feet on the ground, you know where you're going, you know what you want to do, you know what you want to achieve. It may be a little bit of Virgo energy there, I think. Virgo, yeah, that would be right. And then I don't know what that symbol is. If you do, that's cool, but I don't know. I can't see it right now. Please just continue to speak your truth. Speak your truth so that you can change your world at your own pace. At the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing the Nine of Pentacles. Whoever this message is for, you've done enough work. You've done enough work in the here and now. You should be finding comfort. You should be finding security, and you should have a sense of abundance around you, within you, coming from you, coming towards you at all times. Yes, so that is the 22 card spread. I feel like I have done everything I need to. I am also seeing the sun appearing finally just before I go. And yeah, I'm not going anywhere. So please, if you liked this video, if you liked this message, all 22 cards of them, well, you like the message within the 22 cards. You took what resonated and left what doesn't, right? So if you've enjoyed this journey, if you've enjoyed this reading, please leave me a like. If you want to let me know what you enjoyed about it, leave a comment after the video goes up. If you're wanting to follow along for more content, for more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. That will tee you up for all of the appointments that I set. And then, yeah, I typically operate 5 days a week. So operate 5 days a week. Yeah, I come in front of the camera on the live 5 days a week, maybe. But yeah, so use the first 9 cards if you're just joining in the here and now to determine whether or not this reading is for you. If not, I do have some playlist link there. If this message is not for you in the here and now today, you can use that first playlist to see a zodiac reading, the collective message again. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And then you can use the second one to find a collective weekly message. There's a bunch on there, and yeah, you use the first 9 cards to check what resonates, and you can watch the whole thing if you want to. If not, there's plenty more where that came from. The 10th to 22nd card literally is for those who are resonating with the initial 9. That allows people to really take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It doesn't leave me with any responsibility. You're really the one that's in charge of your world, your reality, and so be the magician of your own world. Use the energy as you desire, and yeah. Hello to Shrewd Lakos, Shrewd Yak. Yakos. I don't know what that means. Hello, Paul Isaacs, and hello, Father Time. Ayes, hello. How's it going? Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty easy to navigate around, pretty easy to see people or whatever, but yeah. Live. Oh, was that a test? This is a test. This is a test. Oh, frequency. Oh god, it would be such a troll if people used live and it wasn't live. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, split conversation. So yeah, I feel like I've said everything I need to say. I'm going to be hanging around for 29 more minutes, and then I'm going to get off. If you would like a message from the tarot, and you've listened to the first 9 cards, the first 9 cards from, let's see. The first 9 cards should take you about 30 minutes to go through, so you would have been here for about 40 minutes from the start, depending on how you went. So subscribers can chat from here, and then we'll go. So yeah. Alright, so anybody who is a subscriber, we've now got the next 30 minutes to hang out with each other and chat. If you'd like a reading from here, just put hashtag energy and your star sign, and we'll get the ball rolling from there. If no one comes out, I'll just pull some oracle cards to tie off the end of this message. So thanks for joining, thanks for participating, thanks for leaving a like, a comment, a subscribe, even sharing this message with somebody that it might resonate with, because it helps me grow the channel and it helps me know what exactly you, the person on the other side of this camera, wants to see more of. So yeah, the floor is now open for readings. Obviously only people who have been here from the just to let you know, Father Time, Aquarium, oh, I don't know what you're talking about there. Yeah, and also Sherry, I'm just reading the Sun for this, because it is just for cardinals. I am trying my best to stop even saying the names of the other ones within the readings until I have memberships that I can actually put these in more like an advanced sort of intermediate space. It's like, yeah, I don't know how to express what I'm trying to express, but yeah, anyway. Father Time, you're going to have to go and look at where you find the star sign for Aquarius. This is not your reading. You'll have to come back later. But yeah, I appreciate you being here. If you want, I'll write your name down, and then I'm going to write your name down, and then during the fixed readings, that's when I'll give you a reading. But yeah, this is not the Aquarius reading, bruvs. We'll go for Sherry. Hashtag energy. Sun sign. Thank you, Cardinals. Okie dokie. Alright, I can leave that there for now. I feel like I need to move my laptop from being under there to like over there somewhere. Anyway, see, because now I'm pushing a button that I don't even think that I'm pushing. Yes, okay. Alright, here we go. So, Sherry. All right, let's go, Sherry. Let's go. Energy reading for Sherry. Alright, beautiful. Got the Emperor energy at the bottom of the deck, so Aries energy coming through. Check your chart wherever you have Aries. Might be a message for you. Might also mean that you're operating inside of the King of Wands energy, somebody who's quite expressive, somebody who's quite sure of themselves. The first card that I'm seeing here is the Judgment in reverse. So this is like indecisive energy, self-doubt, denial, afraid of change, and procrastination. Because Judgment did come out on the internal, this tells me that you may not be seeing a way forward. You may not be seeing within your past energy where you need to move forward, how you need to move forward. I feel like this reading specifically might be for you today, especially because we get the Hierophant appearing as well. That's the second card that's appearing. This here talks about spiritual wisdom, leadership, tradition, institutions, Sherry. And so I feel like you're moving towards this energy, really, is what I want to look on. Because those two cards were in this reading, obviously this reading was for you. The energy that's coming towards you, or the energy that you're about to be embodying, is the Six of Pentacles. So this card here speaks to generosity, advancement, and good fortune. I believe that you're somebody who's at the center of good fortune. You're somebody who's standing on a very good base of knowledge. You're standing on a very good hierarchy system. I don't know. I want to say like there's this coven sort of feeling about it. And yeah, you may not be seeing the judgment that you need to take. You may not be seeing the direction that you need to move in. But ultimately you will once you turn this around for yourself. Once you see what you need to see, once you move into what you need to move into, that's where I get the, again. So yeah, anyway. It feels like, because you've connected with the message here today, the Magician energy, that manifestation that you've been working on, the way that you've been working on your hidden power, maybe your internal guidance, you are someone who is more and more resourceful. And so you're someone who just gives yourself the full opportunity to experience whatever you want to experience. You move towards it quickly. You have so much coming towards you. It's like you're going to have some kind of groundbreaking idea that's going to move you into a direction that's going to make you feel more fulfilled, more satisfied, more happy. So yeah, Sherry S, this reading was for you. Fingers crossed something can be taken away. But yeah, ultimately this reading seems like it was for you. The only card that was different was the Six of Pentacles. So be generous with yourself. Make sure that you're aligning with the beginning of this reading, the Father of Fire, and yeah, keep going on your journey, keep going on your adventure, keep honoring yourself through the adventure, because that's when you get to where you're going. And yeah, just going to check that there's nothing upturned, and that was your reading, Sherry, so thank you. Wow. Page of Cups at the bottom. This could be for you, Sherry. This could be for somebody else, not sure. I'm getting the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Page of Cups could be a messenger. This could be a messenger that tugs on your emotions. Could be a messenger that makes you want to build connections. Don't know. But naivety, creativity, and sensitivity. Use discernment. Whatever it is, it's maybe the opportunity to get creative with them. It may be an opportunity to work with someone new. I don't know how it's going to resonate for you, but teamwork, cooperation, and creativity. Those are the hallmarks, with the Ace of Page of Pentacles being at the bottom. So yeah, definitely some kind of message coming through there. But yeah, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That was your reading, Sherry. And yeah, if there's no one else, then I might use this last 20 minutes to just go get myself lunch. Yes, thank you very much, Cardinals. I know that I started this on time, sort of at 12 o'clock-ish, so not the best time of day for me to be rocking up, showing up, doing this reading. It will mean that later on people are going to come through and go, oh, can I get a reading for Cardinal sign? And then I'm going to have to be saying, I already did that. Yeah. I definitely enjoyed myself. I'm getting the World card popping up with the Hermit and also the Six of Pentacles. Energetically, make sure that you're giving and receiving equally. Don't hyperextend yourself, overextend yourself in any way, shape, or form. Just make sure that you're giving yourself the best opportunity to see, think, be. Right? Cool. Oh, that's so cool. What's going on? Oh dear. I must be pushing a button. Alright. What do I think was the overarching message? I don't think anybody's going to ask for a reading from now, so thanks everyone that joined. Please remember to leave a like. If anything resonated with you, please hit that subscribe button if nothing resonated with you today. And then, yeah. Thomas, hello. How's it going? Ooh, sugar. Oh, you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Tomás, ¿hablas español? Noté que hablas 6, 7 lengua. That's pretty cool. Español es mi segundo. O primero, no sé. So you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Thomas. Great vibes in the chest. You shoot me down, and all your bullets ricochet. You're screaming out, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. I'm editing the title. Anyway. I'm titanium, you shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium, what do I want to call this? I heard that you're settled down, that you're married now. Well, I heard. Oh my goodness, 3:46 in the morning. Goodness gracious, that's ridiculous. What are you doing up? Oh, for freaking. Who 'cause I need this hole gone. Funny, you're the broken one, but I'm the only one who needed saving. 'Cause when you never see the light, it's hard to know which one of us is caving. Not really sure how to feel about it. Something in the way you move, it makes me feel like I can't live without you. It takes me all the way. I want you to stay. Ooh, the reason I hold on, won't do, 'cause I need this soul gone. Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lives in the blue world. And all day and all night, and everything we see is just blue, like him, inside and outside. Colorado True has said, do believe we are both human and divine? Interesting. How's it going, Colorado Drew? Are you in America? No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, oh boy, you know I'm crazy over you. And I love you, oh, and I need you. Well, I love you, I do need, no matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, oh, you know I'm crazy over you. And I love you. You know you make me wanna shout, put my hands up and shout, throw my arms up and shout, come on now. Don't forget to say you will, yes, don't forget to shout, yes, 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 yes. Say you will, hang on baby, say you will. Come on and shout now, come on and shout, 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 shout. I wanna shout. Oh, the coffee has officially kicked in for me. G'day, hello, Grand Rising, everybody that's joining in. I have another 12 minutes left if you'd like an energy reading and you are one of the cardinals. Please feel free to put your hashtag energy plus your sun sign or whatever, wherever the position is. Wherever you've got cardinal charted, just tell me what position that is and then I can read for you. How's about that? I should edit that then. Baby, take a ride in my car. Cool, there you go. Because when the sun shines, we'll shine together. I told you I'll be here forever. Said I'd always be your friend. Talking on the phone, just stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh. Under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, eh, 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 eh. You can run into my arms. It's okay, don't be unharmed. Come here to me. There's no distance in between. Your love, gonna let the rain pour. I'll be all you need and more. More because oh, when the sun shines, we'll shine together. Know that we will have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. Oh, you can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, a. Under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, a. Under my umbrella. Oh, well, I shall go and refill my water bottle so that I can refill the coffee too, the coffee jug. I am checking chat from where I'm standing, so I can appreciate that maybe people haven't been subscribed for 45 minutes, so yeah. It's just something new I'm trying out. No one needs to be offended or anything by it. It's just so that I can make sure that I'm servicing people who are part of the mission, part of the journey. So, yeah. Anyway, don't need to fill you in on all of that. It's just personal stuff that I'm talking out loud. All right. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Divine Mother, I thank you for your presence in this reading today. I thank you for the gift of insight. I thank you for my connection to Spirit, to Source. I thank you for connecting me with Spirit and Source. I thank the angels, the 5 angels, the angelic children of light that I call on in this space. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, and Metatron. Thank you for holding, creating, building this space collectively with us, the collective, the people who are connecting with this video in the here and now. I thank you for the amazing opportunity to do what I do. I thank you for the privilege of having a voice, having a mind, having a heart, that I can connect and align with you, the universal consciousness, and live my best life. I don't aim to hurt anybody. I love inclusion. I love people. I love self-expression. And I believe that everybody should do as they desire to do at their own pace, because that is how we change the world, one experience at a time. And yes, so thank you to each and every one of you who hung out today. Thank you for the 12 likes. Thank you for the 222 views. Thank you for watching as well. I feel like the channel is sort of starting to move itself around, and so yeah. Cardinals, you guys are doing a good work. I believe that within the experience that you're having, you begin on the inward journey, you begin to change what is inside of you to change. You begin to realize that these experiences of 10 swords can be for you, they can be detrimental to you, but ultimately you deciding how you're wanting to resonate with messages that come through for you allows you to move forward. The shaman is somebody who uses their best judgment to progress not just themselves, but everybody in their collective forward. They bring healing energy, they bring light energy, they oftentimes bring choices. So we move away from being stuck inside of a field and we move towards being offered choices within our reality, within our experience, that are in more alignment with what we desire. We are seeing more and more what we want to do, and so we're moving towards it. This makes a 10. And so in the here and now, I feel like you're moving towards a completion that looks like the Wheel of Fortune. And if it doesn't look like the Wheel of Fortune for you, then it may look more passionate, more involved than anything, and it may actually look like the 10 of Wands. When you're sitting inside collective energy, make sure that you're assessing yourself, make sure that you're giving yourself the best chance, best opportunity to actually take the messages that are for you, leave the ones that aren't for you, because ultimately when you're overburdened by things that aren't for you, you have to walk away with such a heaviness. From walking away from the collective experience is never a nice thing. It can feel like you were competing against somebody, you were competing against reality or something like this, and so it will boil down for you eventually. Everything will come back to what it was supposed to be. You're going to see that by you following your internal fire, literally you following your internal fire, seeing what is for you, seeing what's not for you, attacking it with everything you've got, asserting yourself in reality, asserting your passions, asserting your thoughts, asserting yourself into reality however you desire to, knowing that when you're expressing your truth, collective, when you are expressing your truth, you're not doing anything more than offering abundance. You're offering overflow. You're offering people the opportunity to meet themselves where you have met yourself, right? You're not somebody who judges. You're not somebody who gatekeeps. You're not somebody who literally keeps information to themselves. You give it away as often as you can, and therefore you may be being perceived as the Hierophant. When the Hierophant comes out on the near-on end, as I'm doing this wrap-up message, I feel like you, the Cardinals, Aries, appearing as the King of Wands. Well done. Well done for starting what you needed to start. You have literally opened the door for yourself to walk towards success. You're leading the way. You're self-confident. And all I can say is congratulations. Cancers, you really have dipped out and traveled to heaven here. You've ascended your mindscape, you've ascended your thoughts, you've ascended your manifestations to a place of King of Swords. King of Swords energy tells me that you are now somebody who speaks your truth, you embody courage, and you've got the mental power of a master magician. Maybe that is why justice appears here for a Libra. So Libras, just like the Cancers, you guys have been able to fully embody, fully realize who you are, how you're supposed to appear inside of the collective, and now your heart is appearing inside the collective experience, light as a feather, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, right? And Libra, who better to do that? It's sort of giving Archangel Michael energy. And finally, Capricorn, you are the magicians. You are the main character. You are the main event. You are who people came to see. You are who people watch to grow from. I don't know. You guys are the ones that in the internal, external experience are presenting, manifesting everything that you desire, everything that you want. You're walking towards it. You've got the house. You've got the car. You've got the job. You've got the holiday. You've got the family. You've got all the things that you need. And so, all in all, if this reading was for you today, thank you very much. The cards have been wrapped up, and yeah, I will see you all on the next one. 1:57:55 on the clock. Thank you for hanging out for as long as you did. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for speaking. Thanks for being who you are, because you make this experience what it is, and we together are going to either change ourselves enough that we change the world, or we just change ourselves enough that we no longer care what the world is doing. So thank you very much, everybody that connected here and now today. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. That was so cool. Thank you, Thomas, for hanging out. Thank you, everybody. My tummy tells me that it is time to eat something. Can't end it from there. Anyway, I've reached the 2-hour mark. I feel like I can disappear. There's my whole new studio. Look, isn't that cool? It's huge. Anyway, catch you all in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Very cool. Groovy, baby. Ciao.